Okay? Yeah, since it's free.
And all it takes is money.
All it takes is money. Yeah, let's go to Bissau and settle. You know, since the drug cartels can go there, we can go over there and live and plot terrorist activities against the United States. So it's not in our interest to have that happening, you know, in Guinea-Bissau. You have Senegal, just next door. And Senegal is a good friend of the United States, a stable, democratic country.
Okay.
It can be destabilized.
Yeah, it can, very easily so.
Exactly, by the drug cartels in Guinea-Bissau. You have Gambia, a small country just next door also. You know, it can be destabilized by what's happening in Guinea-Bissau. You know, you have Togo, all those countries on the West Coast that are at least relatively quiet now, they all can come under the influence of the drug cartels and become helpful for narco-terrorists. So that's the strategic implication there. So it's not something the United States or the Western European countries should ignore either.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. And who can say that, hey, if they can use that as a source of transshipment to Europe, well, it can become a jumping ground, a jumping off ground for terrorists to go to Europe and from there to the United States. So that's very important. Now, like I said before, in the 19th century, Africa was torn apart by slavery.
Okay.
You know, was completely destroyed, devastated by slavery because of Europe's need for slaves to come and work. Now you have another type of slavery, you know, cocaine slavery.
Okay.
Yeah. You have the leaders of these countries.
Which is just as devastating.
Exactly, which is just as devastating as the slave trade. The only difference is that people are not being dragged out from there now. But it's the same thing, almost. Okay? You have the chiefs in Africa collaborating, colluding, you know, with the European nations to sell slaves. Now, you have the governments themselves colluding with drug barons, you know, to sell their own people. That's precisely what is happening. When a government is acquiescing to drug, you know, barons running their own country,